Hello everyone, welcome to Irfan CFPS YouTube channel. So in today's session, we will explore how to select and place fire alarm strobes according to NFPA 72. Watch the video till the end, and if you find it helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Don't miss the complete video because at the end of the video, I will ask you a key question about strobe locations. To better understand the purpose of notification devices like horn strobes, be sure to check out my NFPA 72 training module class 1. So let us discuss the key points to be remembered before selecting and placing the strobes. Visual notifications shall include strobe lights or textual signals or graphic signals. Combination options also available in the market, and it may be horn strobe or speaker strobe. As it mentioned, can be just a strobe or a combination of speaker or horn strobe. Operating modes functions in either private mode or public mode. If you want to learn about private mode or public mode, you can refer to my earlier class on horns. Strobe should be installed at a height of 80 inch to 96 inch above the floor. This is an interview question. Strobes must be mounted in accordance with manufacturer's recommendation or manufacturer's instructions. Coverage exception rule: if in any case if we cannot able to install strobe in this particular height, then there are some exceptions to be followed, which we will discuss in last slide. So whenever we locate strobes in our drawings, we need to refer to this particular table. This has been extracted from NFPA 72. So basically this table refers to wall mounted visual notification appliances. So here if you look at this particular table, you can find the candela ratings here and here. So these candela ratings will be selected based on the maximum room size. I will explain you with an example. So for example, you have a particular room of length 6.1 meter and width is also 6.1 meter. So for this particular room, which candela rating we need to use? So basically if you look at here this table, we have 6.1 meter by 6.1 meter. So our room dimension matches with this maximum room size. So we can consider one visual notification appliance per room. So 15 candela rating can be placed for this entire room. So strobe can be 15 CD rating. So for example, if you have the larger room, I will explain you just a moment. For example, if you have a larger room, like consider 12.2 multiplied by 12.2. So for example, if I have a room of 10 meter by 10 meter, so from this table I can see the maximum dimension 12.2 meter by 12.2. I cannot consider 9.14 by 9.14 because our room dimension is 10 meter by 10 meter. So based on this higher area or higher size, we can consider 60 candela rating, one strobe for this entire room. So we can consider 60 CD rating strobe for the entire room. One number is enough. However, if you want to consider more number of notification devices or more number of strobes, then in the absence of 60 CD, we can consider 15 candela rating 4 numbers strobes per room, one per wall. So basically if you look at this particular figure, we can install one here, one here, one here, one here. So either we can consider 16 CD candela rating one number strobe for this entire room, or we can consider 15 CD candela rating strobe 4 numbers. Each number or each strobe will be installed on each wall. So this is how you need to consider. If the dimension of the room is irregular, for example like this, and here if you have 6 meter width, this one assume like 12 meter width or length, here this width will be like 8 meter. So how you are going to consider the strobe for this? Basically what we need to do, we need to check the maximum dimension. Based on that we need to check here, and then we need to select the strobe. So basically here for example we have 12 meter, 6 meter, 8 meter, it will be less only. So based on 12 meter we can consider, so 12 meter, here also you consider like assume an imaginary line like this. So 12 meter and assume like 12 meter this also. Actually our room is only 8 meter, but we will consider like 12 meter, so it can cover up to 12 meter as well. So based on the larger dimension we need to select the strobe. So here 12 meter comes under 12.2 multiplied by 12.2, so we can consider for this also 60 CD one visual notification appliance for this entire room. So for ceiling mounted strobes we need to consider this particular table. Here based on the room size and based on the installation height of the ceiling strobe we need to consider the candela rating. It is self-explanatory. If you have any doubts you can put your comments in the comment section. I will explain you in more detail. However, let us look by considering one example. And if you are having the size of the room maximum 9.1 meter by 9.1 meter, and you are going to install the ceiling mounted strobe at 3 meters, and then we need to consider 30 CD one visual notification appliance. However, if you have 14 meter by 14 meter dimension of the room and the ceiling or the maximum lens height is 5 meter, assume like 5 meter, then we need to consider 80 CD one visual notification device. Let us try to take an example from NFPA. We already discussed about this particular table. This is reflecting wall mounted visual notification appliance selection. So here room spacing for wall mounted visual notification appliance. If you have a particular room and the dimension is maximum 6.1 meter by 6.1 meter, we can use one visual notification appliance based on this column. So 6.1 by 6.1, so we can use 115 CD rated strobe or visual notification device. If you have a bigger area of 9.1 meter by 9.1 meter, then we need to consider one visual notification of 34 CD candela rating. Similarly, if the dimension of the room is bigger and bigger, we need to consider based on this. Instead of one visual notification device, as I already explained you, we can go for 4 visual notification appliances based on this particular column. So here you have an irregular room and the maximum dimension is of 12.2 meter for this particular room. Then I cannot select 9.1 meter by 9.1 meter dimension room size with 34 candela rating for this entire room, because here if you look at this, I have 6.7, 3.1 and 12.2. If I consider 6.7, then I need to check like 8.53 multiplied by 8.53 room dimension I need to consider as maximum, so that I need to consider 30 CD visual notification device, but it will not cover this particular portion, so we need to go for the higher model. It means, in short, to tell you, we can consider the larger dimension of this room. Based on that, we can select the candela rating for this entire room. So here you can see we have selected one strobe considering 12.2 meter maximum room size. So let us try to discuss about the exception rule for visual notification appliances. So if you have, or if I say like, the installation height for the strobe shall be in between 80 inch to 96 inch, but in certain cases we could not able to follow this particular range, then what we can do, we need to, or we might need to install less than 80 inch in some floors. For example, if you consider I am going to install my wall mounted strobe at 74 inch height from finish floor level, then there is a possibility to install. However, the area or the dimension must be reduced. How it's possible, I will explain you. So now you have 80 inch, you need to subtract 74 inch from 80 inch. So this is the installation height, so the difference will be 6 inch. For this 6 inch we need to multiply by 2. For whatever you get the result, you need to multiply by 2. So here you will get 12 inch. So now if you have a room of, for example, 8.53 meter by 8.53 meter, but you are not going to install your strobe at 80 inch to 96 inch, you are going to install at 74 inch. So now we need to deduct the 12 inch from this particular table, and then we need to select the strobe. So now I have 8.53 multiplied by 8.53. So here 30 CD I can use, but the point is, since my installation height for the strobe is going to be 74 inch, I need to reduce 12 inch. So I cannot use 30 CD rating for this room. I need to go for 34 CD rating for this particular room based on the exception rule. So let us consider one more example. If we look at this particular room, the room dimension is 15.2 meter multiplied by 15.2 meter. So based on this room dimension, you can consider one number 94 CD visual notification appliance, or 30 CD 4 number on one per each wall. So I can consider 30 CD 4 numbers on each wall. However, here the coverage is not met. We can use 4 number 30 CD, but why the coverage is not met? If you look at this particular figure, I installed the strobe at center of the wall 30 CD. However, the coverage area for 30 CD is 30 feet by 30 feet, or we can say like 28 feet by 28 feet. So here if I consider 30 feet multiplied by 30 feet, then the strobe can cover only this particular area, 9.1 by 9.1, 9.1 by 9.1, 9.1 by 9.1. So this particular shaded area is covered. However, this area is not covered. We can use 4 number, but strategical locations we need to place this strobe so that the complete room can be covered. I will explain you in next slide how we need to place the strobe strategic locations. See here, same room, but now the location of the strobes have been changed. So if you look at this particular room, so what we need to do, just draw an imaginary line, like for example, this is the room 15.2 meter by 15.2 meter. Assume this is the square sized room. Now I need to place 4 strobes in this particular room. So what I will do, I will draw an imaginary line between the center of this room like this. I draw an imaginary line. Then what I will do, I will consider this particular area as a room, assume, so that we can place the strobe in the center, and I will consider same 30 CD rated strobe. And since this distance will be like 15.2 meter by 2, means it will be around 7 point something, so consider like 7.5 or 7.6, whatever it is. So basically now the strobe which you selected or placed here, this will cover 9.1 meter by 9.1 meter. So here the strobe can cover up to here 9.1 meter. So I will just draw this line, and I'll just take out some other color for clear explanation. So this strobe will cover this entire area. And now what I will do, because I already have one more imaginary line, I will consider this particular as a room, and I'll keep my strobe at this location. So here I'll place the new strobe at this location. Now from here till the middle, this is like 7.5 or something. So this will also be 7.5 meter. So I will place the strobe at this wall, considering this as a room. Just draw an imaginary line and just place the strobes. So now what I will do, this strobe will cover till here, and it will reach to this particular location. So you just try to draw on your own so that you will be able to understand. So this area is covered. Next I am going to draw my strobe at this location and at this location. Since we already have an imaginary line here, so I will draw, or I will place one more strobe here, one more strobe here. So this will cover till this location, and this strobe will be covering the entire location. So full room has been covered if we place the strobes at strategic locations. So this is correct. Now we are moving to the corridors. Room allocation, spacing, and all those requirements have been done. Now if you have a corridor, strobes shall be placed at a maximum of 15 feet distance from the end of the corridors. So if you look at this particular figures, you can understand the strobes have been installed less than 15 feet from the end of the corridors or exits. So if we have a big corridor, straight corridor, then you need to place the strobes. So what will be the maximum distance you can maintain? So it is like 100 feet as per NFPA 72. This is a small exercise for you guys. Just try to check whether the locations and the candela rating placed in this particular building, you can say, or particular rooms are correct or not based on the wall mounted visual notification appliance table. If you think the answer, or if you think the location and the candela rating both are correct, then type in the comment section as S. If you think these locations or the candela rating for any of these is wrong, just mention no, so that I will check your comments and I will respond to you once in a while. Thank you. I hope you have gained some useful design knowledge from this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Irfan CFPS. Thanks for watching and make sure to hit the subscription button to get more notifications so that you can stay updated with more informative content. Thanks once again. Bye.